Hello, I'm Nigel Ewell, Senior Director of Product Marketing for Enterprise Performance Management Oracle, and I'm joined today by Matt Bradley, Senior Vice President for Development for EPM and BI. So, Matt, great that you could join me.
Oh, welcome. Good to be here.
Good. So, Matt, big year this year. 2 years since we released the first EPM cloud product. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1,000 users. Your view on it, how do you think?
No, it's been tremendous success. 1,000 customers and multiple subscriptions from those customers. So we are growing leaps and bounds in the cloud. So it's been very, very successful for us. As you said, 2 years and 1,000 subscriptions. So the team's done very well.
Better than one a day.
Better than one a day, exactly.
Absolutely. So, and one of the things that, in 2 years, we've also released Enterprise Performance Reporting Cloud Service. Really a new novel product, only available in the cloud.
Yeah, it's cloud-only product, new space for us in an EPM context, really trying to help organizations deal with the narrative reporting demands. How can we explain what the numbers really are?
Absolutely.
And get that context to the numbers so we can then share that with the various stakeholders who need to understand these numbers. So, an important initiative for us. It's been in the market probably about a year or so, and we're actually seeing some nice adoption, both here in North America as well as abroad across the various countries. So.
Yeah, and in terms of our customers, for our cloud customers, one of the things people say is, it really appeals to small organizations. We have some of those. We have some really big ones too, don't we?
Quite across the spectrum.
Yeah.
I think initially we did see a lot of adoption from smaller companies where the cloud made EPM affordable, and so they're able to then step up and improve their processes from that perspective. But we also have seen some of our larger on-premise customers adding a PBCS to their mix, new initiatives that they may have in place, and some of those customers are in the Fortune 100, really large entities involved in that. So we do have a nice mix of the 10 seat licenses all the way up to 1,500 seat licenses.
Right.
So we're covering quite a spectrum.
Yeah, and the other thing I think that's quite interesting as well is that it's also broadened out. We're not just talking about the old financial budgeting anymore.
That is definitely true. We see everything from revenue planning, campaign management planning to quite a few zero-based budgeting, very, very operational orientated. So we are seeing a much broader adoption rather than it's solely focused on a budgeting perspective. We do see much more forecasting, rolling forecasting, and very more richer operational style models.
Okay, so that's where we are. But where we're getting to this year, 2016, is big, yeah?
2016 is very, very big for us in EPM. The team has been extremely busy. We're hoping to bring on board 3 or 4 more new service offerings. First and foremost, we want to expand our planning footprint and bring forth a series of prepackaged modules that try to address common planning use cases that we've seen. We've had them available in the on-premise delivery in the past, and now we're basically cloudifying them, putting a brand new interface on them with our simplified interface, and also adding in a lot more best practices that are really turned on and off through configuration. We're really trying to focus on how to get a fast return on value so that it can be up and running very, very quickly in either workforce planning or project financial planning or CapEx planning that we have in place. And then we've also introduced a new module around financial planning. So for those organizations who really want to take advantage of best practices and be up and running in a matter of weeks, we believe we can accelerate the delivery through this process. So we're very excited about it.
And of course, consolidation.
And yes, we got the data in the mall, consolidation coming to a cloud near you soon. Yeah, we're very happy with this one. What we've done is a slight sort of twist on our strategy. We've decided that through the cloud, having the same application framework across all of the cloud properties makes the most sense for customers. It's one tool to learn, one series of technologies, rather than the bifurcation that we had in the on-premise world. So we've built our financial consolidation and close service from the ground up, based on the S-based technology, extremely important aspect for us, and then added in the elements that you'd expect to see from planning, so the ability to define a data input form, the ability to define workflows, etc. from that standpoint. What we've also done with the cloud offering is bring in some of the auxiliary modules as part of the same offering.
Right.
So bringing in our close management aspects so we can define tasks, flows across the entire close process, and also bringing in the supplemental data management capabilities so we can augment the data that is required for the close that's not coming from the general ledger, and having that as a single solution for our customers. So we're very excited about bringing that to the market and seeing what we can do with consolidations on the cloud.
And of course, one particular aspect we've left out. We've developed that as a standalone product, but I think because of that applicability widely, not just around EPM, but around ERP and so on, is account reconciliation.
Yes. We had success with account reconciliations on-premise, and we moved that to the cloud as a standalone entity. It can sit next to the ledgers and deal with lower-level compliance activities at the ledger, or it can deal at the consolidation level if we're doing balance movements between systems. So again, it's really bringing the richness of that compliance product, the richness of that functionality at an affordable price for a lot of entities. Absolutely. And they can roll it out at whatever scale they like to. We're definitely looking forward to that. We've just recently introduced it, and expecting some good things from that product as well. Yes.
Absolutely. So Matt, one last thing. I know you and I have talked about this before, but really important is this concept of the hybrid situation that most of our customers, in fact, I think virtually every company in the world is going to have that situation of a hybrid environment, and how important it's going to be able to manage that environment.
Yeah, that's correct. We generally will see that most folks won't do a big bang. Let's push everything to the cloud in one go. It's going to take a piecemeal fashion and part of a journey. And so what we're trying to do is to enable them to help them through that process by really focusing on some of the governance elements of that. How do we make sure that the hierarchies that exist on the on-premise world match the hierarchies that exist in the cloud, so we don't lose a product or lose a cost center along the ways? And that's where our data relationship management tool comes into play. While the majority of dimensions still exist in the on-premise world, it makes sense to start the governance there and then broadcast the changes up into the cloud. And that's what we've been enabled through our later releases of DRM. In addition to that, we also believe that if we can help with the data integration elements, so I can seamlessly pull information from the on-premise ledger and then push that up into the cloud, that would make a whole lot of sense for our customers to ensure that the data is flowing correctly through the systems. And so we have done extensions to our financial data quality management tool set from an on-premise standpoint that will automate that transfer. Pre-built adapters for your common ERPs, and then the ability to automatically push that information directly into your planning in the cloud, or for that matter, your consolidation in the cloud, should you want to go there as well. So we're really trying to provide a series of tooling that really helps customers adopt at a pace that makes sense for them. We're continuing to invest in the on-premise world, so for those customers who have done HFM on-premise or planning on-premise, we'll continue to do enhancements and bring innovations to those products, but also do want to encourage them to have a look at the cloud and when it makes sense to adopt some of the new cloud technologies that we've got in place and help them on that journey.
Well, Matt, thank you very much for sharing all that. It's been really great. Good to see you again. Good to meet up and have a good chat about what's going on in the Oracle EPM world. And thank you everyone for joining us.